Welcome back. I don't think there's any other word for it other than crazy season, because the things that have been going on that we're going to try and explain here really, in many cases, are not explainable. But first, let's start with the House Speaker for Tennessee, Cameron Sexton, saying that he wants to impeach Shelby County's DA, Steve Mulroy, and Mulroy just kind of shrugged his shoulders over it, and we're really not sure whether Mr. Sexton can do that even. He doesn't like the Davidson County DA very much either. What's really going on here, Chris?
I think this is overblown. I think that Speaker Sexton, he's firing some shots across the bow. The legal standard in this state to impeach a district attorney, and Tennessee is a state that gives a lot of latitude to local district attorneys.
As we found out with Wanda Halbert.
A lot of states are not like that. My good friend and mentor, the Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti, has been very clear that the standard for this law is high. I haven't seen, and I don't think Speaker Sexton would allege that DA Mulroy has done anything near that level. Now, I think he would say, and I tend to share this perspective, as does Senator Brent Taylor, we want to make sure that DA Mulroy is equipped with the resources and tools, but he needs to focus, I think, more so on aggressive prosecution. And I know a lot of the restorative justice is well-intentioned. I know the reform of the bail program was well-intentioned, but I think we need to see a whole lot more there, and I think this was Speaker Sexton's way of saying that.
Well, that's for you to say as a Shelby County resident, but Cameron Sexton, what's he got to do with this?
Well, to be fair to Sexton, he was responding to a reporter's question. Reporter asked him if he thought Steve should be impeached. I'm sorry for interrupting,
no, you're exactly right.
What I'm about to suggest is as nonsensical as Sexton suggesting that Mulroy be impeached. And what I'm about to suggest is that if the Republican Party in the Tennessee legislature and Speaker Sexton are so concerned about public safety in Memphis, they should send state troopers down here, send more law enforcement to protect the citizens of Memphis.
There you go again with your National Guard.
Come on,
but I know you're serious about it, and honestly, the longer this drags on, I think it has more and more credibility.
Somebody got shot. Somebody's car got shot yesterday, or day before yesterday, as we taped this, driving on Poplar near Goodlet. Somebody just indiscriminately shot in somebody's window and knocked his eyeglasses off. They could have been killed, man.
Yeah, it's scary.
Well, I mean, Cameron Sexton, even if he was asked the question, he should have never even entertained any thought about impeachment. That is a loaded word. Look at what we're doing right now in Washington. And so, yeah, you can be upset with how Steve Mulroy is executing his office. But to even entertain the idea of impeachment is political grandstanding, it's saber-rattling. He's intending to run for governor, I believe, in 2026. And the best way to do it is to beat up on Democrats, especially Democrats in Memphis. And I don't mind saying, especially a white Democrat in Memphis. He gets no pushback for doing that.
Because he's not accused of being a racist.
He's not accused of being a racist, and he can get away with that. That's my feeling on this.
Chris, is Sexton running for governor?
I don't know. Look, I think Speaker Sexton knows the standard. I think there's a lot of conversations, there's conversations obviously on the newspapers and in the media, but there's conversations behind the scenes. It would astonish me if these camps have not even spoken to each other this week. I bet they have. I think there's a lot of collaboration going on. But look, a little bit of heat, and I consider former professor, now General Mulroy, he's a friend, I'm friendly with him, but I think putting some pressure on him and encouraging him to be more aggressive in prosecution is a good thing. I think we need that in this community.
Okay, well, it just wouldn't be the first time either that a politician has raised an issue just as red meat with no real serious intention of following through on it. So we'll see where it goes with that.